I'm live and screwing with filters. Oh my god. Okay. How do I... There it is. Okay, let's see. Copy link. This is going to be interesting. All right. And wow, that TikTok camera is different. Kimmy! Good morning, Kimmy. How are you? I realized this morning that I forgot to do this last week. So I was like, oh, I should do that now. Oh, good. And you know what? Other than the fact that, wow, the YouTube camera is very different than the TikTok camera, which I need to get used to. Because I thought I looked a lot better than this. Anyway, everything looks the same. I can see the comments. Yay! What is this? What is this little... Oh, I could pull. Nice, nice. I forgot we switched to this one last week. I did too. I went live on TikTok last week. Completely forgot, and it wasn't until Friday or Saturday. One of those two. It was either Friday or Saturday when I went, oh, I was supposed to do YouTube. We were supposed to test that out and see if we liked it. Which, I mean, other than the fact that I look like a troll here, I like it. You look beautiful as always. Well, thank you. I really, you know what though? I really like TikTok's blur. I really like TikTok's blur. I forgot it was going to be YouTube today. I have a commercial at the moment though. Of course you have a commercial at the moment though. I'm sorry. It asked me if I wanted to enable monetization, and I thought that was like, you know, that would be like on the replays or like something along those lines. And I didn't think that meant they were just going to throw commercials at you. But I miss the blur though, because the redness bugs me. Like, you can see, you put up my glass, like you can see around here, like I have this like circle here. That's all like from the old chemical burn from a face mask I did eons ago. It just bugs me. It's cool. You're cool. I'm glad it let me like it even let me like set up the orientation correctly. I was like, oh, this is gonna be nice. Yay. So who has questions? I don't know if it's gonna take, if everyone's gonna get here the same speed or not, because like I don't know. I did remember to send the link, and I'm sorry I was late. Christopher is excited. Thank you. He's excited. He was like, he saw his teeth. So he's got these stainless steel crowns now. And he saw his teeth. And of course, they're bigger than his regular teeth because they're crowns. So he saw his teeth and he came out and he goes, oh, Mom, we're rich now. I have silver teeth. Glow in the dark. But so he's mostly upset that he can't eat a lot of his candy because we went trick-or-treating yesterday. And of course, where is my, like, none of my stuff is here. None of my hair ties. But of course he got like, his favorite candy are like popsicles and stuff. So a bunch of people kept giving him popsicles. And or if there was like a choice where they were like, pick whatever you want, he'd pick the popsicles, and he can't have them because no like sucking for like a week because of dry socket. So he's upset about that he got all this candy that he can't eat. But other than that, he's doing really good, thank you. I'm so glad his surgery went well. Yeah, I was a wreck. They did not prepare me. Like, they told me, but they didn't prepare me. You know what I mean? Like, they told me, they said, okay, we're going to give him a shot. We're going to have you hold him. And have you hold him so that he's facing you. And then we're going to give him a shot in his arm. And the shot is going to make him kind of forget where he's at or forget how scared he is. And they even told me, they said, you don't have to prepare him for it because he's not even going to remember the shot. When he wakes up, he won't even remember the shot. He remembers the shot. I'm kind of mad about that. But anyway, so they were like, you don't have to prepare him. It's a really tiny needle. It's going to go right in and whoop. And then you're going to see him kind of like stare off into space. And that's when we know he's ready. And so then we'll go from there and we'll put him on the table and this and that and the other thing. And then we can put in the IV for the anesthesia and so on and so forth. I said, okay. Was completely, I was like, okay, they did not prepare me. They did not prepare me for how disorienting it is to see your kids stare off into space, but go completely limp, like completely like, I was not prepared. Jessica, good morning. I crumbled. I went down. I was bawling. I was like, I was not prepared. And they were like, yeah, parents never are. And I'm like, well, then do something better to prepare them. Don't just be like, he's going to stare off into space. And that's when we know he's ready. Be like, prepare yourself to see him limp, like what you see in the movies when someone is unalived. They had to do that with Connor for an eye injury. It's freaky. It is. It's freaky as hell. It's so, I crumbled. Anyway, I am sorry I'm late. I started to say that. I'm sorry I'm late. I was trying to record a video because I wanted to comment on, y'all went out and woke up a whole freaking stigma on TikTok, and I wanted to comment on a particular video about self-publishing being the easy way out. But I was trying to like record this video, and I was like, be kind, take the kind way out. We're not going to trash another author, even if it's an author who is spreading this stigma. We're not. But every time I kept talking, I kept sounding angry. So I kept starting over, and then I realized what the time was, and I was like, I gotta stop. I gotta go live. Couldn't stay in the room to deal with them draining it. Oh, would have crumbled too. It's hard. My hair is doing some crazy things. This is what happens when I go live and it's like still not even dry or anything. And I have to like throw it in like glasses and brushed, and like now it's like, sorry. They wouldn't let me, like they brought me back after they removed all the tubes and stuff is when they brought me back. And they said, we started the wake up process. And I was like, is he awake? Because I wanted to be there when he woke up. And they're like, no. We just started the process. We took out the tubes. I was like, okay. And then they had to show me what all the marks were. So he had like, the tube up the nose to help him breathe that like wrapped around his ear, and it was like taped here. So he had, the mark from the tape here. And then he had where his IV was. He had the bandage where the IV was and stuff like that. They do not prepare you. I'm telling you, if you ever hear the words that your child is going under anesthesia, whatever you think they prepared you for, go deeper, because it was not enough. Mm-mm. Hey, I wonder, like, I could do. Oh, I can. I can't find any of my friggin' hair ties. But I did find my foundation and my mirror. All this stuff. I could actually get ready for the day. I've never done a get ready for me. Get ready with me. Get ready for me. Go get ready for me, okay? Yeah. What is this author saying? Like self-publishing is the easy way out? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's what she said. Now, I don't think she meant it in a derogatory way. I don't think that. I think because she is older. Not that that makes much of a difference, and she's not that much older than I am. Like, I am riding her tails here. But she and I both came out, both came about, whatever, both came up in publishing at a time when there was a huge, like, there were two ways. Basically, there were two ways to get published for eons. You could either go through the middlemen of, going through the entire process of agents and publishing companies and middlemen and getting your book published that way, which is like a 2-year-long process or longer, depending on how long it actually takes you to get an agent. I mean, if you think about it, by the time after you find an agent, the agent still has to sell your book to a publisher. After you get signed by a publisher, it can still be 12 to 18 months before your book is actually out. So depending on how long it takes your agent to sell anything, depending on how long it takes you to even find an agent in the first place, you're looking at 2 to 3 years. That is a long, arduous process. But anyway, that was method number 1. Method number 2 was to pay to do it, which is where Vanity Press came from. They were these predatory, at least the first ones were these predatory publishers that you could pay them and they would do the things to get your book out there, which was a lot faster. Zero middlemen. That's not true. They were the publisher, so they were a middleman, but they weren't gatekeeping middlemen that were like doing the quality checks or the quality control or anything like that. And they made money because you bought your own books from them. That's how they made their money. Publishers, traditional publishers, they made money when customers, readers, buy the books. But these Vanity Press, they would say, yeah, we'll publish your book. You pay us, we'll publish your book. But you have to promise to buy 500 copies, 50 copies, whatever. So they made their money because you bought all the copies of your book from them. That was a Vanity Press. Self-publishing came up and it got lumped into Vanity Press. So for a lot of people, the easy way out was, if you didn't want to spend 3 years going through rejections, going through that, the easy way was to pay. And I think that's what that particular author was referring to, like mentally easier-ish. Like if you don't want to deal with rejection and stuff, but That's not self-publishing. That was, and at that time, self-publishing and vanity press and all of that, it wasn't a strategy the way that it is now. It was, um, oh, you couldn't get published? Go pay. Like it was, oh, did they all reject you? Go pay and you can do it. So it always had this like bad stigma. And to some people it still does. But I think, I don't know. I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt because it's sad otherwise. But whoa, wait, hi, hello, Alex. KDP are now charging $350 for what? That seems, what? I didn't see that. It's like Christmas. Love it when I find forgotten treasures, right? Going to be planning out my story sometime this week. Awesome. Found a great response video to that video. Nice. So that's what I was trying to record. Film. Hi, I'm old. I still use film. Anyway, that's what I was going to record a response video, but I was trying to figure out like, how do I do this kindly? Because I don't want to attack her and I don't need to attack her. What I would prefer is for her to learn. You know what I mean? I don't want to attack her. I don't want her to feel bad. Because if I make her feel bad, she's not going to learn. No one learns when they feel bad, when they're angry. They learn when they feel heard. So that's what I was trying to figure out. But I kept sounding angry. I didn't want to sound angry. But I do think, I mean, I hate the excuse product of her time, but I do think that that's a good part of this, is that there is this stigma with self-publishing that is still there, particularly with authors who got published, 15 to 20 years ago. And they don't realize that it's no longer, self-publishing is no longer like something that failed authors do, or something that people do when they couldn't get published, when they couldn't find an agent. Like now it's an actual strategy. There are specific books that it works better for, like poetry. There are specific platforms it works better for, like direct sales. Like there's just, and it's so powerful that traditional publishing companies have completely changed the way that they work, the way that they accept new people. They've completely changed because of self-publishing. I'm a mess today. Charging $350 for what? Send me stuff. Yes, please. Put it on Discord. Let's take a look. What the heck is KDP doing now? Dale, Dale Roberts, I should go watch his video because he put out a video a couple days ago, not very long ago, on YouTube, where and the thumbnail was like, KDP's doing what now? All right, where'd you put it? Promotional offer price. Where's this? Do you have this link? That's not it. Promotional for what? What is it called? What's it called? That's it. It's telling me people are typing, but I don't know what it's called. paid publishing packages. Oof. Oh my God, Naomi, learn to type. No. Okay, well, I can't look at it without a link. And I can't seem to like figure out what the keywords are to find the link. So I guess I'm just gonna have to wait. Looking for the ad. I'm sure any minute now I'm going to find the ad on Facebook. You're fine. Don't stress, but I don't know. I don't have an opinion until I can see it. Do you know what I mean? I guess it was only a matter of time before they were like, pay us. You know? Actually, hang on. Oops, that's not. Type into the right spot. Where's Dale? Where's Dale? Oh no. Never mind. It was just Amazon KDP exposed. So, which is probably still very much worth the watch, but not quite what I was thinking it might be. I don't have $4.75 a book, so I will do it myself. Yeah. What did you say it came with again? Let's see. See, what's weird is that this is very vague. That's what has me concerned. That's why I want to see what their page says. Because it's like creating and updating the outline. For $350, I charge $2,000 for creating an outline. So, like, research and analysis. Okay, well, that goes into the outline. Adjusting the layout and presentation for publishing standards. That's formatting. Unlimited revisions and modifications. Dedicated team of experts. What experts? Proposed book to New York Times for bestseller column. Are we sure this is even KDP? Basic editing, proofreading, formatting, different form. This sounds, no. Even at a promotional price, that looks much closer to a $10,000 package, not $350. Hello. How are you? How are you? Kindle Direct Publishing Agency. Okay, let's take a look. Kindle Direct Publishing Agency. Sponsored. It's still not even coming up. Like normal, regular.
Okay, this is gonna sound a little.
Shh. I don't want to get hit with copyright. Let me see the transcript. No. Okay. All the normal KDP stuff is coming up. Even when I search Kindle Direct Publishing Agency. I don't think that's part of KDP. When you click on the ad, does it actually bring you to Amazon KDP? I'm starting to think that it's like a agency, because there are agencies that'll put you up through and publish your book through Amazon, but they're not. I think it's a scam. At first glance, ad brings you to a chat. Interesting. I think it's a scam. I allegedly, in my opinion, I think it's a scam. It might not be, but since they didn't give you a link that you could share with me to check out, I have nothing to go by other than what they told you in the chat. And the fact that I can't find anything online that would tie them directly to KDP. But already, proofreading alone is going to be $350 for most full-length books. Just there. And this is trying to say it's got like full-blown editing, proofreading, and formatting. Not to mention, I charge $2,000 for research and outline. And they're like just bumping that in. Like, no. There's either the quality is like really low or it's a scam or both. 12 different ads, and that is what got my attention. Ooh, wow. Saw an ad on TikTok about this dating app that had dating apps killed love in the ad for their dating app, and comments didn't disappoint. Whoever their copywriter marketer was is way off point. Good morning, Sabrina. How are you? Here we go. Lip stuff. Excited. How's book 2 coming? How far did you get? Are you ready for NaNoWriMo? Let me ask all the questions. Almost Halloween, and my print alpha reader book should be here any day now. Yay! Book 2 is cringe. Oh, it probably just feels cringe because you've been editing book 1 for like 4 years now. And so it's nice and clean. And then you're going to book 2 and you haven't done any editing there. So it's probably not nearly as cringe as you think it is. Needs work, but I have a solid part 1 to help. Yes. Yes. Exactly right. Yeah, it's probably not really actually cringe. Not the way that you're thinking. Ooh, that needs work. Yeah. All of our books need work. What did I put on my face? I mean, I know what I put on my face, but yeah, face cream. Okay. Brightening and anti-aging. I got this in an Ipsy bag. I don't know if I like it. Vitamin C brightening and anti-aging face cream. Does feel nice. All right. You'll go in my pretty good pile. What's this? Ooh, blender. What is this? I have so much makeup that I just started shoving it in here. One day I was trying to like clean up fast. You ever do that? You ever like try to clean up super fast so you just like shove everything in? Laura, good morning, Laura. Laura? Seisha! Good morning, Seisha. I should be sprinting, but Yuki is outside and I have to protect all the critters because she's on the hunt. Well, yeah. Well, you can wait. Sprinting will be there. Sprinting will still be there after Yuki is done hunting. Let the dog hunt. Anyway, so I like shoved all my makeup in here and then completely forgot about it. Miss my Ipsy. I meant to cancel it. Honestly, I meant to cancel it. And then I don't know what happened. I got an email or something that was like, check this out. And I clicked and it said, all right, confirm your order. And I went, what? It was like, here's your receipt. I was like, what did I just do? So somehow the check this out was this, coupon to come back after I canceled. And then I was like, I'm not even in the mood to like fight it. It's just so bad. But I was like, they got me. I'm just going to give them a year. So read the emails after you try to cancel it. Read the emails. Don't do what I did. You do that so much. Ooh, and look what I got. This is not from Ipsy, but these are so pretty. And they're like super heavy. Like, I wasn't expecting them to be actual metal. I thought they were going to be plastic that was like, painted gold, but no, they're actually like metal. I don't know what kind of metal, but they're freaking heavy. Like, I'd be scared to roll these things because they're so heavy. They would like dent the table or hurt somebody. It's so shiny. Yep. Get a mat. I have a mat. Hydrating under eye primer. Under eye primer. They're nice, right? They're pretty. All right, face primer, under eye primer. I've never tried under eye primer. They are not as dangerous as stone, but expensive. Huh. Yuki has returned and is killing a toy. Off to sprint before opening a room. All right, Seisha, I hope you're feeling better. And yeah, go sprint. You're doing NaNoWriMo, right? With everyone? I'm going to need someone to do the sprints today. I haven't slept in 24 hours and I'm done. Oh my goodness. All right, Alex. You definitely need to go get some sleep. This is probably too much. Two days to get in on my stuff. Yeah, Seisha, if you're doing NaNoWriMo with us on Discord, did you already fill out the form and stuff for Alex? So she can get your certificate and stuff? Hello, everyone. My name is Mark, and welcome back to Five Nights at Freddy's. Are you writing a book? All right. Well, my face feels better now. You subscribed. Oh, well, thank you. That is not Mark. What did I say? Markiplier. F&A Fran. Friday Night at Freddy's. Acting like him. My kid likes Friday Night at Freddy's. I don't really get it. I figured out songs from Taylor Swift to keep my focus. I couldn't find this out sooner. See? Jessica, well, hold on. Before I take some of the credit for that, did you find that out like randomly one day, or did you find that out because you were going through the Preptober checklist? Before I take credit, actually, did I actually even help? I mean, either way, that's awesome. And I'm super glad that you know that about your brain now. Killer teddy bears. Yep. Ooh, and this one shows me the time. Yay. Randomly, but you can take credit as well. I'm not going to take credit if I didn't actually help you with that particular issue. But that is one of the things that can happen when you go through Preptober the way that I have it set up, is instead of spending the whole month of October focusing just on your story and outlining and all that stuff, which if you're a planner is important, but you don't need me to tell you, but you focus on you and figuring out what keeps you motivated, what keeps you focused, what keeps you distracted, and things like that, and then set up a space where you are like where you can take advantage of what you need and hide what you don't. That's one of the ways that I figured out that white noise doesn't work for me, but brown noise does. Yeah, Piper likes them. I don't really get it. Like, I get what it is. I don't get why she likes them. I'm going to have to go through this thing because, like, I was rushing one day and trying to, like, clear a space, and I just shoved all my makeup in here. And then I haven't done my makeup in forever since, mostly because it was all in here, just not very well organized, not where I could find anything. It's a jump scare factor. That might be it. Hello, Carlos. How are you? I might end up doing NaNoWriMo next year, maybe. You're not going to try it this year? I mean, that sounded like I was trying to guilt you into it. Like, oh, you're not going to try that. That's not what I meant. But, do you have, like, plans this year? And that's why you're not going to try it this year? Or you just aren't prepared for it? I guess that's a better way of... My cats are both hanging out here like I'm about to feed them my makeup or something. They're both just sitting there just staring at me like, oh, is this for me? No. I'm tempted, not really prepared unless I get this plan for my book straightened out in 2 days. Jessica, are you a planner? You're doing fine, thanks. Good, I'm glad to hear it. There's my blush. And mascara I don't really like. which isn't hard. I've been a pantser, but I realize I need to do some planning. Ah, yeah. Well, I mean, how long does it typically take you to plan out a story? How much? Well, I should say, okay, hold on. How much planning do you actually need to do? Like, are you the type of person like me where you have to have like the whole thing done and outlined before you can really start feeling creative with the story? Or are you like Alex where you just need like a vague idea and time to bang out some words? Prompts to hand out. Nice. All right. If y'all are going to watch me get ready for the day, by the way, I got to warn you, I am not a makeup pro. Y'all know this already. You know I barely learned how to put on makeup like 2 years ago. I should get back into that. Remember when I was doing my makeup every single day and I was trying like all this new stuff and whatnot? I started feeling old. And I started feeling like that was kind of a ridiculous like use of my time, but it was fun and I should probably do it again and forget feeling old. That didn't work. And I dropped my brush. The good thing about not sleeping, I got all the prompts. I thought it was great when you did that. It was kind of fun. I should get back into that. But yeah, anyway, so if you're watching me get ready right now, I am definitely not a pro. This is definitely a little too light. I liked hearing about the color palettes. I love colors. I really do like the Star Wars color palettes. I really think the only one I've not really ever tried is the Darth Vader one. I have it because Star Wars. But I haven't actually tried it because the colors are so dark and I really like browns and pinks and stuff, and that one's like black, and not that black is bad, but black is good. Dark red. What else is in there? Silver, like stuff that I don't know how to use. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something. This is really not my full color. Like, this is really light. It's a good Halloween palette. Yeah. I want to do nano, but I'm worried that I'm not prepared. I just had surgery and start back to work part-time next week. All right. So Kimmy, what do you feel you would need, or what do you think you would need in order to feel prepared? I guess that's a good question, right? What do you think you might need in order to feel prepared? I can start with nothing, but then I need some planning for the major plot points. Okay, so try that, Jessica. So get your, like, the basic of your idea, or grab a prompt from Alex. Oh, there's the right. I found my favorite foundation. God damn it. After I put this one on, that's not my favorite. I wonder if I could just. Light neutral. I wonder if I can just put it on top. No, that'd probably be like weird. I gotta mix those two though, or something, because this is just not it. Anyway, sorry. See if you can't grab a prompt from Alex, or go on to Pinterest and grab a prompt, or just, pull one out of your head. Do kind of a brainstorm and be like, okay, so, kind of like a high level like a high concept thing. Put that out and then just start brainstorming. Just enough to get the juices flowing for you to be like, oh, and then for this, I need to, then this happened. And then, oh, but I really don't want it to be a villain. So then this happened. At least this is how I came up with my nano story, is I put together the high concept, which was, time travel is possible. My protagonist didn't really realize that. And, where is my protagonist didn't realize that time travel was possible. She was like going through some stuff. People were forgetting her. People started forgetting her dog, like her stuff, like her life was disappearing and no one could remember who she was, basically, is what I wrote into my concept. And then she started having pains, which led me to someone, basically someone had gone back in time and prevented her from ever being born. So that was enough to get me through the rabbit hole. Like, now I know which rabbit hole to start going through. How would you know if your life is being erased, right? Well, I decided to go medically, like your DNA is being damaged. So then I started down the path of researching, does your DNA get damaged in that way? Yes, it does. What happens when it gets damaged? How long can you live? Things like that. Like, I started learning all that. And as I was learning that is where I started putting together plot points. And then that's where I was like, okay, so this is actually not because some villain is out to get her, but someone else who's had a really sad life decided to go back and make one change to their life. So it kind of became a It's a Wonderful Life kind of thing, but from the other side. So how, like, It's a Wonderful Life, like, he gets taken back. And, like, every sitcom in the world has done their retelling of this now, where, like, someone goes back and they realize how bad life has been for everyone else without them there. Like, if they had never been born type of thing. But this is like the other side, like, because they didn't make that change or whatever. That type of thing. I did have a breakthrough last night with a perfect meet cute for 4 of my MC. Oh, yay. I read John Truby's new book, Anatomy of Genres book, last week, and blows my mind about plot beats. Right? And that's such a good one. I need a trope generator. There is only romance. I would like general fiction. Yeah. What does a trope generator do? There's this. Yay. I can fix my face. Is that, like, what is a trope generator? Is that just, like, the obvious where it just generates a trope idea? Or can you, like, customize it? Or does it, like, mash them together? Does it get, like, super specific tropes? Randomly picks 2 or 3 tropes for you to use. Oh, but it doesn't have any general fiction. Well, I think for most of the even the romance tropes, you can pretty much use them anywhere. Obviously, not all of them, but I think a lot of them you could probably use even in general fiction, right? Maybe not. I got foundation on my lip in a weird way. I don't know how these like makeup gurus do it where they can like sit and talk and they're just like and just like completely doing their makeup and it looks flawless and they're like not even looking. How do they do that? Like unlikable victim is one I would like to have. But that is not on the other generators. Huh. I use BB tinted face moisturizer. I should try that. I think I tried that once and it was too heavy. But it might have been the brand. This time I just grabbed the wrong foundation. So now I have to like add color into my face. I was watching, who was it? I think it was Robert Welsh. And he was talking about, he was doing a rip on like 5-minute crafts or whatever. And he's talking about how they always do these things where like they have like forks that they go down their nose and whatever. And he's like, listen, if you can't draw a straight line down your nose, and I'm like, but I can't. But I really can't. It always ends up looking weird. Listen, if you can't draw a straight line down your nose, Robert, I know you don't mean bad, but not all of us are blessed with the ability to draw straight lines down any nose, okay? There, that doesn't look so stark. Are we permanently going to be on YouTube? Well, that depends, but now's as good a time as any to ask y'all. Do we like it here? Or do you want me to go back? Okay, Sabrina, have a great day. Or do you want me to go back to TikTok? Because on my end, it's pretty much the same. For me, it looks pretty much the same. Except that the comments are like a little bit smaller. I can see more of them. They're coming up in order. Like they're not like getting held back and all this weird stuff and then coming up backwards and all weird. So it was actually easier to keep up with the comments. I like that I can see what time it is. So like I can watch when I have a client call coming. So that's nice. And there's not all this stuff flashing up here, which I think is really nice. But what do you like? The time is showing for you, unlike with TikTok, right? With TikTok, I always had to like go look at something else to see what time it was. So overall, I kind of like it here better. But if you prefer Carlos, I like here. Okay. Well, anyone else, or does it matter? Oops. I mean, everything else seems to be about the same. The camera is very different. I look very different, which is why I was like, I got to do something to blur my face. But that was more a me thing than a you thing. It's not like any of you were like, oh my God, Naomi, you're hideous, unblurred. Either is good. I just like hanging out. Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, let's do here again tomorrow. Doesn't really matter to me, but comments seem to be able to be longer. So yeah, I noticed that with a couple of them, they were like 2 or 3 lines even instead of like getting cut off. So it might be easier. There weren't a lot of publishing questions today, but moving forward, it might be easier. I'm fine with it. I usually watch streamers from here, so I'm used to how YouTube is with lives and the viewer end. Nice. All right. Well, then I say we move to YouTube. All those in favor, say Carlos. All right, y'all. It is 10:10. I do have to go because I can see the clock now. All right. For those of you who are in the Discord, Carlos. For those of you who are in the Discord, run sprints. Alex is sick. Let her go to sleep. Run some sprints, okay? Don't make her feel like she needs to run the sprints for you, please. Just go ahead and start running. Anyone can. You had to. So did I. Carlos has a sense of humor, so he was right on it. Everyone else, if you're not on the Discord, come join us because we're awesome. You can go to whowantsTowriteabook.com. That'll take you straight to the invitation to join my Discord. No office hours today because no one submitted any questions there either. Y'all are just either not having a whole lot of questions or you're too busy getting ready for NaNoWriMo to think of your questions. Either way. But I'll see you. Go get all the words written, okay? Have an amazing day. I will see you tomorrow. All right? Here on YouTube. Okay? Have a great day. Bye.